Mayweather fight is off. Pac-Man has his eyes elsewhere, and so does little Floyd. And totally out of complete blue, the name of Matthew Hatton has been thrown in the mix. Matthew fought a disputed draw with IBO title holder Lovemore Indu 2 months ago. The decision seemed a bit harsh, to tell the truth. I thought Matthew won it by a good few rounds. It was on his show, and it was his brother's promotional company, so I'm staggered he didn't get a decision. I thought he deserved it. Anyway, his name is in the mix. Yes, he's in the mix. It's been mentioned. He's on the line now. Matthew.
How are you doing, Steve?
Fantastic. When did you first hear about your name being associated with Floyd Mayweather?
Well, I was at a friend's party, and Gareth Williams was there. You know,
Gareth, yeah, the lawyer. Yep.
Yeah, and he just out of the blue, he said he had a phone call today off Richard Schaefer to see if I'd be interested in fighting Mayweather in Manchester,
sure.
And I nearly choked on my Carling Cold, Stevie. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, I didn't have to think about it too long. You know,
no.
It's a fantastic opportunity. So I told Gareth I was definitely up for it. And since he's spoken to Richard Schaefer 2 or 3 times about the possibility. So you never know.
Hey, listen, you never know. Listen, the way I look at it, and the way, I mean, I've done a little bit of stuff online, you know, because I like to have a little bit of banter with the boys on the different websites, and some people are saying, oh, it's terrible, it shouldn't happen, and I've said, well, hold on a minute, would you let Lovemore Indu fight Mayweather? And of course, you can't argue against that. Well, you beat Indu, you just didn't get the decision, if you don't mind me saying so. I thought that was outrageous.
Definitely, yeah.
So what's the difference? I mean, of course, there's bigger names for him to fight out there, but that's not the way boxing works, is it? You don't go from big name to big name. You know, you have tread water fights.
Yeah, that's true, and you know, obviously, you know, Floyd's, you know, a class above me at the moment, as he is most other fighters on the planet.
Yeah,
practically every other fighter on the planet. But one thing about me, Steve, and you know, different trainers and different fighters will tell you. Yeah. You know, I've never been down never been down amateur or pro, never been down in the gym, never been stopped. Well, I was stopped, but that was on a cut eye. And you know, people who are saying that it you know, last 2 or 3 rounds, I guarantee that wouldn't happen. You know, I guarantee, you know, I'd certainly acquit myself very well. And you know, boxing's one of the few sports where sometimes the massive upset can happen, and it's more likely in boxing than any other sport. You know, it only takes one punch. To say I'd be a massive underdog is an understatement. Yeah, but I'd certainly, you know, relish the challenge.
And listen, you give it your best, and why not? I mean, if someone's going to get the fight. Listen, Matthew, it's been a pleasure talking to you. As usual, you've been honest, and as I say, you got stitched up back in November. Matthew Hatton, thanks for joining us.
No problem, pal.
Thank you, kid. Telling the truth there, saying to be a massive underdog. Well, you know what? Anyone that's in the ring with Mayweather being underdog, and of course I'd like to see Mayweather fight some of the great names that have been sent in here tonight. But that's not the way boxing works. Sometimes guys like Matthew Hatton, good, honest pros, get their chance, get their money. Have none of you seen Rocky?